those contexts, and it will cover you it will help you cover everything: your reading, writing, speaking, and listening. All right. And to improve your vocabulary and grammatical structures for wide range, you should keep watching English videos, keep listening content, and also keep reading a lot of stuff. You will catch new vocabulary, structure, everything there. Otherwise, it's boring to just memorize new words, and it doesn't mean using too fancy words or difficult words. No, it means wide range that you should have for a similar topic. Like we have see, look, watch, glare, stare, and there are different ways you express the same meaning using different words in English with different connotations in them. Accuracy is the other point. So the level of your grammatical, like spelling, punctuation, grammar, everything should be correct. Another thing in language is the organizations, the sequence you put your ideas in by using a wide range of linking words and phrases that you can use to connect your ideas in other cohesive devices. So cohesion and coherence is an important topic. If you have still not watched my video on this topic, I would strongly recommend you to watch that video for better clarity on this topic. So let's now take some tips for review writing or some more important things about this. So first of all, like all other writing tasks, you should be clear about the purpose and the audience of your review. Okay, whether you are writing for adults or teenagers, students, layman, educated person, technical person, or anything like that. Okay, and so whether you are writing for whom you are writing and what is the purpose of this review, you should also, and the purpose and audience, all these things you can get an idea from the questions prompt. Focus on the keywords of the questions and you will get all this. Then what type of tone should be there in writing? Tone is one of those interesting topics, so I have an idea to make a separate video completely about the tone. Many students get confused who are studying with me online from different countries of the world, get confused for this. So what is the tone? Because there can be in reading, even in some Cambridge English subjects, you have to analyze the what is the, in some of Cambridge and Pearson and Excel English exams, you have to analyze the tone in the reading text, what is the writer's tone, and somewhere you have to maintain the tone in the writing task. So what is tone of a text? We will discuss it in a complete detailed video. Okay, the tone for the review should be a little informal, or you can say semi-formal or personal. Unlike the report writing where you have to just present the ideas as they are, you have to fetch the ideas and let the people decide. But here is, of course, the people would decide, but you are supposed to give your personal subjective opinion. But the report should be highly objective, unless you have to give some recommendation and suggestions, but that should also be for the general benefit of the people, not your own perspective and your preferences. But here in review, you can mix up your own perspectives, you can focus on your own experience. The tone is subjective. You have to be personal in giving your review about something. So there are the functions, the things that you have to do in your review is you have, like, you can add the information, like if it's about an institution or about a restaurant or about an university or school or college, you can give details like where is it located, if it's a book, who is the author of the book, and what it looks like. So you can begin your review by mentioning and informing your audience about it, what it is, giving an introduction. Okay, the other things that you can add is the analysis of a particular thing, evaluation of that, giving your analysis covering positive and negative points. Here you can distribute your review, the main body, in second and third paragraph. So in paragraph 2 and paragraph 3, you can talk about the positive and negative things about that. But make sure that when you give the positive and negative, you should use different kinds of phrases and expressions to begin your paragraph, not simply saying. Some students just write the positive things about this is that blah 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 and they make up their paragraph. This is not the way. You can begin your paragraph with these type of things like, some of us were amazed at, okay, we were impressed by and amazed at. And the negative things you can begin, some of us were disappointed at, some of us did not like, we did not have a good experience of blah blah blah. So you can distribute your you can divide your points about the positive and negative things in your second and third paragraph. Then comes the last thing after your analysis, where you cover positive, negative, and opinion. The last or the concluding paragraph of review is all about making your final judgment, where you give your final verdict whether you are going to recommend a particular thing to the reader or not. So here you can also add your recommendations and suggestions, like for the owner of those institutions, or maybe restaurants, or a service provider like me, a teacher who is creating this content for you. If you recommend something or give your suggestion, it will help me to improve the quality and to bring something new for you next time. So the purpose of giving your own opinion in the last concluding paragraph to cover your recommendation and suggestion is also that it helps the company or the organizers to improve after considering your review. So you should have a wide range of vocabulary and other things that I told you. You should not have repetitive words, very simple words, simple sentence structure again and again using. So you should have both wide range of vocabulary and grammar structures to cover review. So the last thing we have almost already covered. So keep information first about the thing you are writing a review, like a course, like something you bought or some place that you went to. Give an information and describe it and give your opinions about both positive and negative effects with examples and details. Then give your final recommendation, suggestion. You can either recommend or not recommend or partially recommend. Like you can say, for those who like this type of food, I would recommend this restaurant, but those who are looking for this type of, I would not recommend. So you can partially recommend and not. For specific some audience you can recommend, for some audience you may not recommend. It's up to you where you go. But the concluding paragraph, and there are other separate whole topic for the topic sentence, how to begin your each paragraph with different type of expressions and phrases. Like, don't simply write in conclusion. No, there's considering all this, taking account of all this. There are separate phrases and expressions that you can use to begin each paragraph of your review. Now it's time to see a past paper sample question and then see a sample answer that we will be doing in our next video. Okay, hopefully you would have enjoyed this video. Share your feedback in the comment section below. Thank you. Take care.